You can't park that there, the old meme that's been around for a few years, but it's still always a fun one to explore, and today we're going to explore some of those moments in boating where people have parked things from places they don't belong. Welcome back, guys, to this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. Before we get started though, nothing like parking yourself on the couch with your favorite drink to sit back and enjoy some Broncos Guru videos, and nothing quite like doing it in a Drain Plug Mafia tumbler, so we're going to give one away today. For those who've been around a while, you already know the deal, but go ahead and smash the like button now, and some point before the end of the video, leave a comment, and we're going to select somebody's comment, and they're going to win a tumbler.
That's tough, yo.
Now this is probably the most common thing that pops to mind when you think about you can't park there in boating. That's somebody taking the old free boat ramp car wash, but the reality is that's not the only time this happens in boating. There are plenty of other situations where we find boaters parking in places they just don't quite belong. Kind of like this scene here. This crew heard it was Margarita Tuesday on the beach, decided to get a little too close, forgot about the tides, and the next thing they knew, well, they were in a spot where they can't park. Fortunately, plenty of people were there to try and help them get it off the beach. Whole lot easier when you got help than it is when you're by yourself, but I can't figure this one out because I'm pretty sure my man or my chick is in forward gear right here. Now, of course, it's always a tough one to get stuck on the beach, especially when you're on the boat and you can see it coming, but it's almost even a little worse when you return to your boat and find that it's somehow gotten stuck on the beach on its own. At least when you're on the boat and it happens, you kind of got an idea of what happened and how to fix it. In a situation like this, most times if you come back, you're not 100% sure what happened at all, other than probably the weather. I guess the only way it could be worse is your boat being stuck in a no parking zone on the water. Fortunately, our guy here is somehow able to save it after a wild ride, kind of like them jet ski boys. They find themselves in trouble sometimes when they're trying to park it in the wrong spot as well.
Can't park there, dude. This never happened, dude. I never bust this fast.
I mean, sometimes the jet ski boys are just out for revenge. Maybe they show up back at their normal parking spot at the sandbar and somebody's decided they're going to go ahead and take their spot. Always got to watch out because sometimes those jet skis will attack when you do that.
Okay, the boat is good. We're good. And I got that on video.
Now, of course, it's not always a boat that's in your spot. Sometimes you'll get back to your parking spot and, well, something else has maybe fallen. Now, of course, boat-on-boat crime is still probably the #1 culprit. When somebody's parked in a spot they shouldn't be, boats just like to take it out on other boats. But sometimes it can be something even a little different than that, where somebody or something didn't get the memo that, hey, you can't park there. Now, what can you do once you realize your vessel or vehicle's parked somewhere where you realize you can't park? Kind of like that time you took your snow machine one of the last days of winter out to the bar and had to get a ride home with a buddy, only to realize the next day when you woke up, all the snow was gone and it wasn't coming back. And finally, after a few months of it sitting there, the bartender looks at you and says, hey, you can't park there. Then you gotta figure out your own way to get it home. Now, of course, it's not just us pleasure boaters who have issues of trying to park in places where we can't park. Even the pros will get it wrong from time to time and need a little assistance to get things sorted out in the right way. But even if we choose to park in the correct location, there still is a correct way to park, but for some reason, some of us still get that wrong.
Justin, 3 Tierra LS. Look at this rigging job. They've got an anchor, multiple lines, multiple fenders, more bumpers, got a piling condom or something right here, got another front line, not sure.
The old tangled web of lines. This is one of those ones that's always interesting. If you live near a marina, just go down there and walk around the docks and see how everybody's tied up. You're going to find out that just about everybody's done it a little bit differently. One thing's for sure though, you will probably find one of these down there, one that will just absolutely astonish you. But wherever you decide to park, just make sure you go ahead and park it safely. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening out on your waterways, be sure to hit us up on Facebook or Instagram and let us know, and you might see your stories over here. Just like Cast 3 Man, Custom Hull Cleaning, Eric Valdez, Get Gordon, Jet Ski Palm Beach, Kinsey Macaulay 07, Not Jar Blue, River Company Outfitters, Dean Jones Kayak, The Saunch, Uncle's Seat Time, and West Coast Galley did this week. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here. If not, we're coming to steal your drain plug.